Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. After the mathematics, today we are just going to start the physics, and the first chapter matter we will start in physics. Okay, so what is the matter? First of all, we will understand. You are looking at here some pictures like bricks, vegetables, fruit, and juice, and this is the smoke. Okay, so what is the matter? Anything that has mass and occupy the space is called matter. Anything that has mass and occupy the space is called matter. You must have seen many things around us like table, chair. It is the example of solid, and milk, juices. This is the example of liquid, and gases like a smoke. This is the example of gas. Okay, so all the different materials shown in this picture has mass and they just occupy the space. These are called the matter. And matter is composed of smaller units called the atom and molecules. The smallest particle which is found in the matter is called the atom, and molecules, when the atom combine to each other, it forms the molecules. So matter is composed of a smaller unit called the atom or molecules. Atom is the smallest particle of any matter. Okay, now what is the mass? In definition of matter, I told you anything that has mass and occupy the space is called the matter. What is the mass? All the thing which we can see, have the mass. Okay, whatever is around us has a mass. So mass is a quantity that tells us about heaviness or lightness of an object. Okay, so that is called a mass. Now I just told you the matter occupy the space also. The space is called a volume, means the space is amount of place that a substance occupy. Okay, the space is the amount of place that a substance occupy. The amount of space occupied by any object is called a volume. Got it? If this is the object in front of you, and now you can see here it is just occupying some space. So whatever space it is covering, this space is called the volume of this object. Okay, by the length, breadth, or in height. Now there are three types of matters are there, which we will read under the classification of the matter. I told you we must have seen the many things around us, just like a solid, liquid, and gases. Okay, like a table, chair, these are called a solid. And milk and fruit. Milk is what? Liquid, and fruit is also solid. Okay, now we will study the classification of matter. We have seen many things around us, okay, which are found in different state. Okay, so we have just divided the matter in three states. First state is called the solid, second state is called the liquid, and third state is called the gases. Okay, there are three states of matter that are called the solid, liquid, and gases. We can take a easy example of ice. Ice is found in solid state. Ice is found in solid state. Okay, and when the ice melt, it convert into water. Water is called a liquid state. Okay, when you will heat up the water, it change into the steam, means it change into the gas state. Okay, you must have seen whenever you just heat up the water, so the steam come out from the surface of the water, upper surface of the water. So that steam is gaseous state of the water. Okay, so these are three states of the matter: solid, liquid and gaseous. Now we will study the arrangement of the molecule in solid, liquid and gases. How the arrangement are there in solid, liquid and gases, and why this arrangement is there. The particles that are called the molecules and atoms within a substance are always in a state of motion. Means whatever the particles are there in any matter, they are in the state of motion. Thus, as a result of this movement, there is a distance between the constituent particle. Means when they move from one place to another place, so a distance is there between them, between two particles. This distance between any two particle, between any two neighboring particle or molecule, is known as the intermolecular space or distance. Intermolecular space or distance. It is also called the interatomic space or interatomic distance. Okay, suppose this is the solid and two particles, these are the atom or molecules, and there is a space between them. This space is called the intermolecular space. Suppose one molecule is also there, so the distance between them is called the intermolecular space. Okay, now it is also seen that as this interatomic space keeps on increasing, when the interatomic space increase, the force of attraction is decreased. Okay, means it is also seen that this interatomic space or distance keep on increasing, the force that bind the atom together in the substance goes on reducing. It is just a vice versa. Okay, inverse proportional means how the two particles are bind together. There is a force between them which bind the two particles each other. This force is called the intermolecular force of attraction. Because of this force of attraction, two particles are just bind to each other. Got it? In different matters, the force of attraction and the intermolecular space are different. Now, first of all, we will study about a solid. Okay, you can see here some utensils, some trays, chairs and ice cube. They are the solid. Okay, all solid have the fixed shape and volume. Okay, you must have seen, suppose this is the solid, and the bottles, then the duster, chalks, you must have seen in your class and around you. So these are the solid, and you must have observed that they never change their shape. Why they don't change their shape? Because the particle, the atom which are inside it, they are just bind together because of intermolecular force of attraction. Means the intermolecular force of attraction between two particles in solid are very strong. That's why the solid never flow. They never change their position from one place to another place. If I put it here, it will not go from here, because it will not go from here to here itself. Why? Because the force of attraction, intermolecular force of attraction between two particles inside it is very strong. Okay. By this property of solid, we can understand the solid very easily. Solid have a definite shape and size. Show you, solid have definite shape and size. You must have seen around us that there are many solids are there. They never change their shape or size. They remain as it is. They have a specific length, area and volume. Okay. With this, due to specific arrangement of molecules in solid. This is due to specific arrangement. I told you solid are solid because the intermolecular force of attraction between two particles inside the solids are very strong. They are bind together because of intermolecular force of attraction. Now, solid show less expanse due to heating. When you heat the solids, they flow very slowly. Okay, means most of the matters, most of the solids are there. When we heat up on very high temperature, then only they just melt. Otherwise, they cannot melt on the normal temperature. Okay. Now, the molecules in solid are tightly packed due to strong molecular force of attraction. I told you. Now, therefore they cannot move from one place, from one portion to another, and they only vibrate about their position. Means, if in a solid two particles are there, they will not leave their position. It will not go from here to here, here to here. They can vibrate from here to here, here to here. Okay, but they will not leave their position. They just stay at its position. If they will not stay at its position, it means they are not solid. They may be liquid or gases. Got it? Solid are very highly rigid, but they can be stretched into wire or can be beaten into sheet. Okay, by beating the solid you can change it into the wire or sheets. Got it? Now, solid exhibit the elasticity. Elasticity means the ability of any object to resume its initial shape. Means this is the iron scale, you can see it here. When you will just bend it, okay, or when you will release, so what you will see that it just come or it resume its initial position, initial shape. So it is called a elasticity. Suppose now I am just stretching, I am just bending this scale, but because of the strong molecular force of attraction, okay, they try to resume its initial shape. Got it? So this is called a elasticity. Now the liquid, by these are some you can see here. In liquid, the molecules are little bit far away in compare of the solid. In solid, all the molecules are very tightly packed. Okay, but in liquid they are little bit far away from each other. Okay, then it is the example: water, honey and oil. These are the example of the liquid. By the property of this we will understand. Okay, before that, what is the viscosity? This is the very important property of the liquid. Viscosity is the property of liquid that describe how fast or slow a liquid can flow. Means if a liquid is there, then how fast or slow that liquid can flow. That property is called the viscosity of that liquid. Okay, means water flow very fast and honey flow very slow. So this is the property of the viscosity. And surface tension. Surface tension is a spheric, very special phenomena that is exhibited by the liquid. Means in this property of liquid, a water try to occupy the spherical shape. Means whatever the liquid is there, you must have seen whenever you just flow the water, or you must have seen the raindrop. Okay, when the raindrop comes down on the earth, you must have seen the shape of the raindrop. It's always in the spherical shape. Spherical shape means round shape. Okay, you must have seen the droplet also. Okay, so this is the droplet. So this property is called the surface tension. Because of surface tension, the liquid try to occupy the spherical shape. The property of the liquid, because it try to occupy the spherical shape, this property is called the surface tension. Now the property of liquid. Liquids do not have the definite shape. Liquid do not have the definite shape or size. Okay, but they have the definite volume. This happen because of a large intermolecular space between their atom. I told you the intermolecular space between the atom or molecules in the liquid are little bit large in compare of the solid. Liquid take the shape of the container in which they are kept. You must have seen, if the water is in the bottle, so the water takes the shape of the bottle. When the water is poured into any pot or cup or any shape of the utensil, so it takes the shape of that pot. Liquid expand more on heating than solids. When you heat up the liquid, so they expand more in compare of the solid. This happens because of the intermolecular force of attraction. Okay, because intermolecular force of attraction is very low in compare of the solid. Now liquid are less rigid in compare of the solid. Solid are much rigid, and the liquid is less rigid, and liquid can easily mix into the other liquid. Liquid can easily mix into other, but the solid cannot be mixed to each other properly. The molecule in liquid are less closely packed, and they can move freely inside the liquid. Okay, the molecules are very, in compare of the solid, very less closely packed, so they can move freely inside the liquid. That's why whenever we just heat up the liquid, it start boiling. Okay, or whenever just you heat up the solid, it never start boiling, because of a strong molecular force of attraction between the molecules. Now the gases. This is the picture of the gases. In gases, the intermolecular space between two particles are very large. Means the molecules or particles in gases are very far away to each other. Okay. The property of gases to spread out rapidly, it also known as the diffusion. Means the property by which the gases spread very fast into atmosphere, it is called a diffusion. You must have observed whenever any person use the perfume at any place, so within a few seconds another person which is standing little bit far away or at another corner of the room, so it can observe, it can feel that anyone has used the perfume. Now, by the property of gases, we will understand that how the gases perform. We will try to understand the gas by the property. Gases have neither a definite shape or nor definite volume. Okay, gases have neither definite shape. You must have seen smoke. There is no definite shape, and smoke can go in any direction. So it has no definite shape or no definite volume. This happens because of very weak intermolecular force of attraction in gases. I told you, in gases the intermolecular force of attraction is very low in compare of liquid, and gas molecules are very far away to each other. Okay, so intermolecular force of attraction between two molecules are very weak. So because of the low intermolecular force of attraction, they are free to move anywhere. That's why the smoke just flow in any direction. The smoke can goes in any direction. And gases are highly compressible as there is a lot of free space available. You must have seen here, I told you that the space between the two molecules are very large. So it is very compressible. It means when you will try to compress all the molecules, so it will be compressed. The rate of diffusion of one gas into another gas is very fast. Means gases are mixed from one gas to another gas very fast. Means the rate of diffusion, the rate of mixing of gases from one gas to another gas is very fast. And the molecules in gas are not bound by any closed surface, so they are free to move in all direction. I told you, because the intermolecular force of attraction between two molecules are very low, so they are free to move in any direction. They can move in all the directions. Gases expand fast on heating. When you heat the gas, so they expand very fast. Means you know that the molecules in the gas are free to move in all the direction. When you heat up, so they expand very fast in all the direction. Their molecules are free to move randomly all the direction. Okay, means the gases molecules are free to move randomly in any direction. Randomly means in any direction they can move freely on heating. And these are the difference between solid, liquid and gases on on particular properties. Means intermolecular interatomic distance in solid very less, liquid less, and in gases quite a lot. Like fluidity, solid cannot flow, liquid can flow, and gases can flow easily. So these are the differentiation between the solid, liquid, gases on the basis of some particular property. Okay, now some specific terms are there which is very important to know, like a melting. What is the melting? The process of by which a solid convert into the liquid is called a melting. Okay, means when we heat up any solid and it convert into liquid, it called the melting. Like a ice, when you will just heat up the ice, it convert into the water. Freezing, the process is opposite of the melting. Means the conversion of liquid into the solid is called the freezing. Means when you just put the water in the freezer and you freeze, it convert into the solid, it become the ice. Vaporization, the process by which a liquid convert into gaseous state, it called the vaporization. When you heat up the water, then after some time the vapors just come out from the upper surface of the water, and these vapors are in the gaseous stage. So this process is called a vaporization. Condensation means the process by which the gases convert into the liquid stage is on cooling is called a condensation. Means when you heat up the water, the water converted into the vapors. When the vapors just cool down, okay, then after cooling they again convert it into the water. So this is called a condensation. Got it? So this chapter is finished, okay, and I will just share you the exercise of this. Then you have to complete it on your own, and then after that I will just share the answer sheet of this right answer. You will try to do this on your own. Then I will make you do the short and long question. Okay, till then you just keep practice and try to understand. Read the chapter again. If any confusion is there, then ask me. Till then, thank you.